The Peter Herdic House is a fine dining restaurant situated in an elegant Italianate mansion on Williamsport, Pennsylvania's Millionaires Row. It is a beautifully preserved example of Victorian architecture, originally built in 1854 by Peter Herdic, a significant figure in the region's lumber industry. For some time, the staff have experienced strange voices and apparitions. Are they witnessing the spirits of the Herdic family? Or perhaps it is something more menacing. Inside this beautiful mansion restaurant, there are 2 witness stands from the old Lycoming County Courthouse. 7 hangings took place as a result of the trials these stands have witnessed. The worst of these was a William Bill Hummel. Does his tortured spirit haunt these stands? The Ghost Quest team has been called in to find out.
Here we are at the Herdic Restaurant.
No, it's interesting.
This is the Peter Herdic house, and Adam knows nothing about it besides that. And he is going to do his walkthrough, totally blind of the history of anything that happened here and of any of the owners, except he obviously knows Peter Herdic because that's what the restaurant is called.
That's it. That's all I know. I mean, being a resident of Williamsport, I know nothing.
Well, we're going to see what he feels and sees here, and then we're going to talk about the history, and then we're going to investigate. So let's get started.
All right. I'll see you later.
Okay?
Going this way.
Okay.
All right. There's a woman up here. I'm gonna go this way because I really feel that there's a woman. When we were downstairs underneath where that chandelier's at, I looked up and I could see her looking down. So I'm gonna go this way here. So when I was downstairs, and I was right where this table is down there, I saw a woman peek her head down towards me. I almost feel like the woman's up here. I'm not sure if she's aware of the male spirit that lives here as well. I can almost feel these curtains move. Like she's looking out, but I don't feel her presence in this room itself. That makes me actually feeling like I need to go in this room over here. I feel like I'm being drawn that way. Now this room, I feel there's a lot of sadness in this room. I almost feel like she sits down here on this end over here.
She sits and she's waiting for somebody to come.
I don't know what. She has like blonde hair almost, and it's curly. It's not like a natural curl to it, but I would almost have to say that she's somewhere between like 1850, maybe 1917, somewhere in that range. And I don't know why those dates keep popping in my head, but I do feel that I can almost guarantee that if people come in this room at night, they'll see her standing at this window. These two windows she's looking out of, and she's trying to figure out, she's waiting for somebody, something. I don't know what though. It's almost like I can hear her crying right now. I'm not too sure. I really feel like we need to go upstairs and see what's all the way up on the third floor, because I think that might hold a little bit more information for us on this end instead of anything else. We're gonna continue going up. See what we can find. I'm gonna get a shot in here. This is one of those places that I would go into and probably not come out of. There's definitely something in there that we'll explore later. Let's see what we can find.
I want you to take a look at something back in there to the front of the house,
Yeah.
to the left.
To the
It
left
might just be the shadows, light bouncing off the wall.
on the camera.
No, from behind me, bouncing back in there.
Oh. Oh no, there's something in there. Good eye, Steve. Cameraman Steve just picked up on something in there moving around, so this is definitely going to be an area that we're going to explore later on. Like as soon as you pointed that out, I looked in there, and I just felt like this very rush of cold energy come, almost like it was passing right through me. That's interesting. This is definitely going to be a place that I go into and I don't come out. Wow, it's warm up here. So, being up here and touching this banister right here, this banister holds a lot of sorrow and sadness. I don't know why. But I almost feel like really emotional when I had said down a few flights. I feel like somebody might have fallen or pushed.
It's going to be a very interesting evening for us all. So it's a far drop. I mean, it makes me feel kind of nervous looking down there. But I'm almost wondering, what kind of secrets does this place hold?
I really feel that the staff here would hear people talking. I'm gonna go down. We're gonna go down to the basement next. There is a door down here I do want to look into before we go down to the basement, but I feel like the epicenter of the basement is really gonna lead to something extraordinary. There's a lot of good energy in this place. I don't feel like this is a bad room, but I do feel like there's a distinguished, almost like a distinguished gentleman that comes in here. And I feel like he has a big mustache, like one of the old 1800s kind of handlebar mustache. I feel like he's very well respected. It could be Peter Herdic. So the name Rebecca has just come to my name, or come to my head. I don't know who Rebecca is. We're gonna have our paranormal researcher. She's gonna check that out, and I'm very excited because we're gonna go into the basement next, and I think we're gonna get a lot of activity down there. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. But yeah, this room is probably the most purest room that I've been in so far. So that's a good thing. All right, so we're gonna go in the basement. Basements are always my favorite place in an investigation, and we'll see what we find. So I'm gonna head down. Go into this room before we go find the actual final room that we're gonna investigate. Copy that. So we were just looking over in this room here, and now two of our camera guys are locked in the kitchen. Hang on a second.
We're locked in. Come to open the door.
No, you can't. There's no locking mechanism here. Hey, get a close up of this. There's no locking mechanism in here. So you guys were literally
Locked in.
because we were over here, and when we heard you guys say, "Hey, we're locked in the kitchen," that's great.
That's crazy, yeah.
You know what?
There's no locking mechanism on
No,
it?
there's no. It's an empty hole. I can stick my fingers right in there,
And we're locked in.
and you guys were locked in. That's
Okay.
Let me just call Elaine. Hey, Elaine. I'm getting cut. So Steve and Dad just got locked in the kitchen down here.
On the first floor.
Yeah, in the basement. They're out now, but there's no locking mechanism on the door.
Okay, I still want to investigate that.
Okay, I got one more room down here I'm gonna do. It's kind of interesting because there's no locking mechanism on the door.
You know, see if Steve can get real close-up pictures.
We did.
Okay. Yeah, we got close-ups of it, so we're good. I'll have Steve do it, but yeah, I mean, they literally were locked in and had to radio us.
He can take still photos of that door.
Okay, copy that. We're gonna go do one more room, and then I'll have them take the still photos. That's
It's on.
Alright guys, we're gonna roll action. So two of our cameramen just got locked in that room. I'm sitting down here and I really feel that if employees are standing on this stairwell somewhere that they're hearing disembodied voices. They'll be able to hear people having a conversation and there's nobody down here. So we're gonna go check out this room here. We got locked in again. Alright, so now I do know that thumping is heard, but I don't. This is going to be one of those rooms that we come back in the complete dark, and we'll just see what we can find later tonight. But I almost feel like you could hear people talking. So if you're on this side of the room and the door's shut, I feel like you'd be able to hear talking outside in the hallway, and when you're in the hallway, you'd hear talking in here. But then when you come in, there's nothing there. So we're going to go check out the final room, which is upstairs, which is probably where I'll be stationed most of the night. So we're gonna go check out the main area of the restaurant, which I feel. First time I came in here, I felt like there was a lot of hostility going on towards staff members, especially female staff members. We'll be meeting up with Elaine and the owners here momentarily, but I almost feel like this aggressive male spirit is in this room. So we're going to head in there now. Get what we find. interesting. So this almost feel like maybe if somebody's here and they're down there, they're not paying attention to here, almost like glasses are falling off of this part.
Watch again as an orb goes between the camera and Adam.
Attention to here, almost like glasses are falling off of this part. I feel like there's a lot of anger and aggression on this side of things, like on this here. And there's a lot of sorrow, torment, anger, aggression, and it almost gets kind of hard to breathe in this area. This is a massive piece of history right here. Massive piece of history. I feel like standing here, it brings a lot of anxiety, a lot of sorrow, a lot of torment. I'm standing here and I just kind of want to like pick up a glass and throw it. And that's just how angry it makes me feel. And I'm being told on a psychic level to get out. It's not a nice male spirit. It's saying, get out, get out, get out. And it's getting louder every single time he says it. It's very aggressive. He's got really bad teeth. Really, really bad teeth. So I don't know. I feel like he's missing fronts of his teeth. But I feel like the woman who's here and the man who's here, they're not from the same time frame. They're not from the same era of time. So we're going to go find Elaine, and we'll go from there and see where the night takes us. So go find them.
What I wanted to ask you about is, what have you heard about the restaurant?
I heard when sort of asking about what goes on in this building, I heard that Haley had had a few experiences. So I reached out to her, and one of the things that she said to me that was sort of the most prominent experience in her mind, and she said she's had a multitude of them here in this building.
Wow.
Yeah, to the point where sometimes she doesn't want to come here to work because she's had so many experiences. But the one that's most prominent to her is she was in the main dining room next door where we're sitting right now, and she had her back to the stairwell. And she was putting out place settings, and it was just her in the main dining room, which happens before the restaurant opens. And she said a man came up to her, behind her, and told her to get out, that this was his place.
Oh my gosh.
And she said that he was so angry, he seemed so angry and really aggressive to her, and that really bothered her, so it was really prominent in her mind. And she's had interactions with him before, but this one was sort of the clearest.
And they're all aggressive interactions?
With this particular entity, whoever he is. So she's had that experience. She also talks about a maid that's in the basement, and she feels that the maid doesn't know that she's dead, because every time she sees her, she's seen her multiple times, she just goes about her work. And then she just disintegrates. So
she doesn't notice anybody, or
she doesn't look at her, she doesn't face her, she doesn't seem to be bothered in any way or notice her presence at all beyond the disintegration.
And what's she wearing?
She's in a maid's costume.
What era?
I would guess the 1800s, late 1800s. But she said, yeah, she's in an old-fashioned outfit. And so she's seen her often. She had another experience with she just calls him the man, that's here, where she was in the dining room again and she was setting up. And she heard mumbling again to get out. And she just turned and looked at the space where the sound was coming from in her ear and said, well, if you'd leave me alone, I could get done faster.
I like her.
Oh my goodness.
And he left. He left her alone, during that specific interlude.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I would recommend that for every actor. Okay, so the history of this building,
Yes, please. Tell me the history. I'm all for it.
it actually was lost from Peter Herdic. Peter Herdic went into many bankruptcies, and during one of them, he lost this house. And he was married to NC. And so her father took up some of his debt and purchased this house and put it in her name. Her father was Judge Maynard. Very wealthy man, and didn't want to see his daughter go without this beautiful house. She loved this house. She decorated it. She cared for it. After Herdic died, she stayed here, and eventually she did remarry, and eventually she did move, and other people moved in. But she was the heart and essence of this house. In more modern times, but not very recently, the house caught fire.
So I'm so glad you mentioned that there was a fire. On my drive here, I was talking and getting everything through. And it was funny because I had taken the antenna that goes to the millimeter last night and I put it in a plastic bag. And I had batteries, extra batteries, and another plastic bag. So there were two plastic bags, one with batteries, just one with the antennas. And I dropped them in the box to get ready. And something just caught me on the corner of my eye, and I looked down and it's glowing orange, like it's on fire. And my initial reaction was, oh shit, what's going on? So I grabbed it, and I'll show you later when we go out and get everything ready, but it actually burned a hole in the bag.
Wow.
And there's a hole.
So you've been having experiences with fire, almost as a premonition.
Yeah, and it was weird because when I picked it up, you would have thought that the orange glow, like the red hot poker, that's what it felt like to me. It was like a red hot poker. But when I touched it, it didn't, it was cool to the touch.
Oh, wow.
And I even touched the batteries and they were cool to the touch.
Oh, wow.
And then I smelled smoke, and I smelled smoke when we were coming over this way, and not like cigarette smoke or anything like that, but like a fire smoke. And I really felt that.
Well, what I have here are the,
Does the name George mean anything to you?
No. Well, possibly.
Yeah. Because somebody just whispered, George. In my ear.
It could possibly mean something.
Okay.
Because you were catching a female presence by the witness stand, right?
Correct. I was also picking one from upstairs as well.
But you were getting one by the witness stand.
Yeah, there was a female presence at the witness stand, and there was a great amount of sorrow, sadness, anger, fear. It was every single bad emotion you can think of rolled into one.
Okay, so Catherine Miller was killed her husband with the help of her new boyfriend, and she was hung, and she was on that witness stand, and her boyfriend's name was George. So that could possibly be her looking for George. And the thing about hers is that when she was getting ready to be hung, and they were making all the preparations for the double hanging, she was screaming so loud that people felt sorry for her. She was wailing, and just there was no sign of her taking it well. And people talked about it for a long time, and she was the last female hanging in Pennsylvania.
So I guess my question to you is, and going, I mean, we'll go back and forth on this stuff, right? But when I was all the way up on the third floor, as high as you can go in this building, I even had the camera guys show how far this was. I felt like maybe a female had fallen to her death there,
Oh, that could have been her
But
falling.
it could have been, now that you're saying that there was a female, I had no clue that there were any females hung in Pennsylvania, but I feel like if that plummet, that could be her trying to get me to see how she felt, even though it wasn't from that height down.
It would have felt it, I'm sure.
But it would have felt that way.
And she definitely was with George. And they argued on the gallows. They blamed each other. And so it would make sense that she is.
It makes sense because
not happy with George right now.
Yeah, I'm just hearing George over and over.
We'll see if we can get maybe a little bit more from her. And then I do have this for you.
Oh.
That is NC Maynard Herdic, so that you can have something to focus on. That's her picture. That's Amanda, his first wife, who died.
Did Amanda ever live in this house?
Some people say she did. It was for a very short time. If she did, I am not positive if she did.
One of the names that I was picking up on my walk, other than George, because George just came to me. Not George himself, but the name George. But I was picking up on a male name of Bill. I heard Bill a lot. And then
I have all of mine. Well,
and the thing about Bill is, though, there were a couple. I felt like one of the spirits was trying to communicate with me, but it wasn't it was noises, not phonetics. It was like trying to say something that starts with an R, but the guy couldn't get everything out.
Okay, so we are in the basement of the restaurant. This is an unfinished basement, and this is where they are seeing a maid, and she's just minding her own business, and she's doing her thing, and then she just vanishes. So I have the EVP recorder.
Okay.
And you have the REM pod. Where would you like to put the REM pod?
I don't know. Personally, I think we should put the REM pod out in the hallway.
Okay.
Because I don't know if she's...
There's a hallway that is a public place where the bathrooms are. And then beyond that is a downstairs kitchen. All right. Perfect.
Okay, we'll see.
Okay. Is there anybody down here with us? My name is Elaine. This is Adam. If you're down here and you would like to talk to us, maybe you can tell us your name. Would you like to tell us what you did in this house? That was 0.1 a minute ago, right?
Mm-hmm. Now it's up to 0.6. Now it's down to 0.5. But there's nothing else that this can be picking up on. Now it's up to 0.6, 0.5. I'm going to turn the spirit box on.
Okay. We're recording again. Is there anybody down here? You can come closer and we can see if you're down here. If you can touch that box on top of, either box on top of that freezer, it will sense that you're near.
What the spirit box does is it coming down. What it does is it generates a bunch of white noise as it skips through different frequencies on AM, FM channel, which gives the spirits energy to communicate with us better. So we'll see. Oops.
Whoops isn't good.
Whoops is not good. Let's see if we can get anything. I have a question. Who locked our crew guys over in the kitchen? Can you tell me your name? Can you open one of the doors?
There's a REM pod on the floor over there. If you walk past it, will be able to know and the sound will come off.
I want to go back in that room
Yep.
where they got locked in,
Okay.
and I want to see if we can recreate that.
So, what happened is we walked in. Well, I didn't think. Paul and I were over here. They went in there, and then the door shut and it locked on
This door.
this door. And as you can see,
It's very easy to open.
yeah, and
Two
there's
fingers.
no locking mechanism in here whatsoever.
So we're gonna try to replicate that. For just a second, I thought you got locked in.
No, did you? I thought you pushed the door back.
No.
Because when I went to come out, like, I opened the door.
It might be the spring. Maybe it just does that.
No, it felt like somebody literally was pushing on this side of the door.
We were all right
You guys were all standing right
We
there.
didn't move a muscle.
Because it was like. Do it again. Pushed back. Like it didn't feel like it was a spring. Because when you push on, I mean.
Maybe it wanted you in there to finish the conversation.
I don't know, but.
Did you get anything on the EVP?
That's fine. I'm just hanging out here in the dark. Alright, so what we're going to do is now it's called the Estes experiment. It's one of the greatest experiments known to paranormal investigators. And the way it's going to work is Elaine is going to stand over here with her tablet, which has Paravox loaded onto it. She's going to have headphones on, and she's not going to be able to hear what I'm asking, and I'm going to go over to the other witness stand, which is on that side of the room. I just saw somebody walk down the hallway. Just letting you know. He went that way.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it was as clear as day. I could see him walking. So I'm also going to be using the Ovilus, and what this is an ITC application, and what it does is it has thousands of words and phonetic sounds in there to allow the spirits to use their energy to manipulate it to make some words.
And I'm going to give what I hear over our radios.
Yep.
And we're going to split up. Oh, and we also have cat balls that light up if any spirit or human decides to walk past them.
As you can see here, you can sit here, just tap it.
It takes a lot of tapping. They can't go off by themselves.
No, doesn't go off by
these
itself.
go from here all the way out to the other witness stand, and these witness stands were in the old courthouse, and they had a lot of bad people standing right where I am right now.
Kind of gives you the creeps.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Six syllables, which I just explained over there. So. Us. Who's us? Can you tell me who you are?
You're talking.
What's your name? I know you're a man. Who are you? Why do you have such a negative effect on this place?
Yes, Peter, children.
Oh. He wants me to guess. So you're
Master.
the master.
Yes.
Is your name Bill?
Yes.
Got really cold on my back. Bill, you're not gonna scare me. I don't think you're that powerful. Do you want me to be afraid of you? Because it's not gonna happen. Just push the back of my neck. Who's over in the other room right now? I know there's another male entity here. He just went behind me.
Going that way. That's me.
Turn it off.
Said turn it off. How many spirits are here? 4? Is that what you're telling me?
I can't say really.
I want to know who you are, and I want to know your name because honestly, I think you're just a coward. You were probably a coward in real life. Says Helen Club. What, are you gonna club me? Is that what you're gonna do? Who's the female that lives in this house with you? Who's the female spirit? Tell me her name. Bill, tell me it's you, because I know it is you. I know that's your name.
Yes.
Okay, Bill. Good. I'm glad we've established who you are. Bill, you like to scare women. I don't know why, but try to scare me. He's on the stairs. He's on the stairs.
Upstairs bedroom. Look at me.
Can't find you. Where are you?
Here.
Here? Speak. He wants to speak.
What if we did an EVP session, both of us at that witness stand over there, and I could describe some of the hangings and see if anybody will come through the EVP?
And let's use Paratech or Paravox. But you had said at one point, yes.
Yeah, that was that creepy whisper.
Yeah, well, I had asked if the guy's name was Bill.
Oh.
And it came out, yes.
Okay, we'll do him first.
Yeah, we're good. Alright, so the guy's name's Bill. Okay, Bill, thank you.
A ragman who married a widow for just 1 week.
Whoa.
The widow had 3 children.
David.
Said David.
I said David.
Alright, Bill, back off now. Thank you.
This man killed all 3 children and the widow. And I don't know if he knows this, but they buried him. They buried him next to the house where he murdered them.
What was
If you know what your name is, can you say it into this EVP? All right, let's listen to see if we got anything.
If you know what your name is, can you say it into this EVP?
What the?
It said Bill!
Holy
It said Bill!
shit!
Do you think your house is haunted?
If so, please don't hesitate to contact us today. You can call us or email us at the information provided below us. We offer a wide variety of investigations, cleansings, and exorcisms for your property, for your home, for your business. And everything is 100% free. You guys don't have to pay a cent to us. So please contact us today.
All right, let's listen to see if we got anything.
If you know what your name is, can you say it into this EVP?
What the?
It said Bill!
Holy
It said Bill!
shit!
Oh my gosh! Okay, let's go. We're gonna do this again.
No.
We're just gonna.
It said Bill.
hateful. Okay.
It's Paul.
It's Paul.
It's Paul.
Oh, okay.
All right, I want to see if I got any.
Peace.
It's nighttime reservation.
Try.
Bill's still here. Like, he's behind me. Like he's right back there. He's yelling, "Get out! Get out!" So, when we first came during our walkthrough, Steve, our #1 videographer, we opened up this door. I felt like I had to. We looked inside. Steve saw something moving, and he has been nice enough to volunteer to come into the dark, scary closet with me. And we're gonna see what kind of stuff we can stir up inside. So we're gonna head in, and then we'll be recording on Steve's, and we're gonna be taking EVPs. I have the EMF meter, and I have the Ovilus to see what we can pick up. Hell. It just said hell. All right, hold on. Let's shoot. Okay, that's cute. My flashlight just turned off. Siri, turn the torch on. That's cute. All right, are there any spirits up here? You said the word hell to me just a few minutes ago. Then you turn my flashlight off.
Yell us.
Yell us. Do you want me to yell? Do you think you're gonna frighten me?
Only.
Only what? If you're up here, let me know. Whoa, that thing's going red. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the truth. Truth. Let's see if we can find it. Come on. Okay. Let's see. There's something back there. I just can't. Hell.
What are you talking about back there in that back corner?
Mm-hmm. I saw something. Because if you look here,
Where? Let me.
right in there, it looks like there's a shadow right there. One more room I'll do. Experiment with. That was a lot further drop than what I expected.
I was wondering what was back there myself.
What's back there? Anything?
A lot of old shutters and some another space on back in there.
Yes, us.
You want to go in there?
I don't know if I want to.
Just
Yeah, hold on.
low ceiling. Yeah.
That's alright, I'll crawl in there. I'll take one for the team. I'm gonna go take one for the team. Shh. Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
There, son. Someone beating on drums or?
Uh-huh. Do you hear that?
Mm-hmm. Hold on there.
Oh, shit, go to channel 1.
Is Paul down there?
Yeah, call Leon 1.
Paul. Have it switch over to 1. We need to talk to Elaine. Elaine, stick your head out the back door and see if anybody's playing a drum out there.
Do you see it? Do you
What's
see it
that
back
flashing? Yeah, what the hell is that?
there? Yeah, I don't know.
We need to talk to Elaine. I got it on recorded.
Okay, cool.
I saw it on my camera.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? You see that right there?
Yeah.
What the
Hold your camera, hold your thing down a little bit lower. We can focus in on that.
Holy shit. It's almost like a person. Does it look like a person?
You mean upstairs?
Did you hear drums outside?
Did you hear drums outside?
No drums outside.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead
Holy
serious.
shit.
Holy shit, we caught something back there. There's something back there. Like literally there was a thing and it is looking right back at us.
Maybe it was a squirrel. It isn't.
No, it's bigger than a squirrel.
What kind of room is that?
Storage.
Okay. Like, we got it all on camera. Alright, we're going back.
What is the purpose of that room?
I don't know, but there's something.
Storage.
There's something back there. And it was banging. That's what we thought it was like.
This would have been where the servants lived. In this area, but I don't know about that room.
Could have been Underground Railroad years ago.
Do you think it could have been?
Could have, but it'd be.
It would have just had a different door on here of some sort.
It
To
could
hide
have.
it.
Back where that opening was, right? You could see this thing crouched down.
Oh my gosh, that goes far back.
Hear the drums? Or it's ductwork, and something's running inside the ductwork or tapping on the ductwork.
I'm not going in. I think he's got this covered.
Oh yeah.
And you know, you're leaning on like, what, 250-year-old shutters.
Oh, I know.
I mean, I'm just saying that if the spirit was attracted to older stuff, it could be what's in this room that's attracting them because, look, these are all the original fixtures and things that were part of the house.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful?
You know, I gotta say, this does have all of the earmarks of hiding a runaway slave. Are you seeing anything or hearing anything anymore?
No. I'm not hearing that tapping and noise either. That's all gone. Do you have any of your recorders with you?
Yeah, the EVP recorder?
All right, Elaine, take that into him.
I don't have it.
Here, Elaine, hold this for a second. There you go. Can you give that
Okay,
to
you're
Steve?
gonna hold my walkie-talkie. No, I'm taking it.
Yeah, are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't like these pants.
Hey guys.
You've
been recording the whole time,
Yeah.
right? I'm good.
You need the recorder?
No, you guys work that.
No, would you?
There it is. How windy is it outside?
It's not. Is there ductwork in there?
There's some orbs and dust.
There's no ductwork in there.
Oh my god, there's no ductwork.
No metal? Nothing.
Okay, wait a minute, wait.
Oh, I see ductwork.
There's a
Yep.
there's a thing above my head.
I think that's it.
Yeah, that's where
It's
the
ductwork.
sound's coming down from up above us.
Yep, and it just stopped again.
But this is right where we saw
the eyeballs.
Something back in here.
Because Ensign Maynard was one of the people that
Okay, I'm coming back out.
people that really helped. It wouldn't surprise me if she didn't help. They would, that's what you would think it would be. They might. It wasn't that far, I mean downtown, but this was a pretty desolate area back then. You okay back there?
Yeah, I'm coming out.
Do you want to hand anything out to us, or you good?
Let me turn my camera off here.
Oh, you need to take a picture? That is a show of dedication.
This is dedication for number 2.
Wait, I gotta take a picture of that.
Big investigation. First big investigation. Got it.
Oh, that's hysterical.
That's dedication, Steve. You're getting a pay raise above everybody else.
Gosh.
So this is the picture you sent me. Actually, you sent it to the whole team the other night.
I did.
So I was looking at it, and I didn't see anything too off, but I felt the energy. So I started going through it piece by piece, looking and looking and looking, and then I saw something in the mirror.
Oh, wow.
You see, there's a body.
Yeah.
And there's a noose. And
Wait a minute.
that, I have it circled. There's a body and a noose in the mirror.
Okay. I took that picture.
She's gonna put it on camera so you don't.
Well, there's a picture there now.
There's a picture there now.
So I can't compare it. Can we move that picture to make sure that that's not a mark on the mirror? Oh my God. Can we move that picture? Do you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, I'm the one who is always a skeptic, and I just want to make sure that there isn't some weird mark on there.
See in the mirror where the guy's hanging there.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Oh, right there.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take that same picture again. I'm going to see if I can replicate it. Now let me see your picture. You get it exactly that.
Got it the same.
Here, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Want to get a shot there.
I don't want to look at that picture anymore.
We're gonna go around and we're gonna bless the entire property. Now the good spirits will be able to stay
Okay, if they want to.
if they want to.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we're gonna leave the doorway open for any spirit who wants to go. But we are gonna have Bill move on the way. Now it should take effect.
Do you think those were Bill's eyes that you saw?
I think it was something else, honestly, and from what I'm being told, like how I'm feeling right now, I really think that one of these three was right, and it is part of the underground railroad.
Adam cleanses the area of all negative spirits.
Don't know which witness stand he came with. We're gonna ask that Bill find the right. Goes to the other side. Okay, and then you can hit your chime. There you go. We'll go in here now.
The light, there's the light bill, and all the other spirits are trying to find the way out. Okay, so we're gonna put this out, and with this, the door will remain open for a very short time. Between now and then, any spirits who wish to travel through can, but nothing can come back through. That's only an out.
That was a great investigation.
It really was. I feel that we did a lot of good there. I think we helped not just the staff, but I think we helped the owners as well. And hopefully everything stays quiet. I think things are going to calm down now.
I think it's going to be great.
I think it's going to be great, and I can't wait to see where we go next.
Me either.